see, and the scarf is actually a tie that's kind of built into the dress, and you can just tie it how you like. So yeah, thanks for noticing, Beverly. Now we're going to get fruity next with the mini orchard fruit tree collection. You get 3 bare roots. These have been hugely popular from our little teas. Now, me as someone who doesn't really garden very much, if I walked past these, I wouldn't really know what to think. I'd probably walk straight past them, but it's what they're going to look like when they're abundantly fruitious.
Yeah, well, I like that, fruitious.
I don't even know if it's a word, but I make them up
I
all the
like
time.
it sounds great. Well, first of all, you'll know all the varieties of fruits, because these are not unknown ones. Brabant apple, I'd say that's UK's favourite apple, sweet, but crisp and tart at the same time. Victoria plum, a wonderful eating plum, but also great for cooking. And the most juicy, delicious pear, conference pear. So the varieties are their favourites, they're varieties that we all know and trust. But the fruit trees themselves, what you'd be pleased to know is, this is how they arrive. They are, again, specially grafted on mini rootstocks. So even if you've got a smaller garden, even if you just want to grow these in pots, like the heavy-duty pots that we had earlier, they will be happy in there for many, many years to come. They will never get bigger than about 2 metres. And
less than £10 per fruit tree?
Well, I know what I bought the fruit in. I bought that fruit for the show, Catherine. I know what I paid. And I paid £10, over £10.
Just for a few fruits?
Yes. For for a handful of apples, pears and plums. Wow. And these will produce kilos and kilos for many years, if not decades.
And these are organic, because you're growing them yourself.
And also, you know, I feel bad. I bought that fruit and there was lots of plastic packaging that's now just, you know, obviously it's in recycling, but if you grow your own, so much better for the carbon footprint, for the environment. And when you look at this, say they don't look much, actually, when you analyse them, they're multi-branched. I looked at some fruit trees in the supermarket. I didn't know the names of the fruits, the varieties, I should say, and they were more like whips, a single stem. These are multi-branched. So already that is actually really well established. Now, I never promised lots of fruit in the first year, but you may well get some this very first year. But it's normally year 2, year 3 onwards where you start to get kilos and kilos.
It's just going to get better and better.
Yes, nice big yields, but these will never grow more than about 2 metres. So compact, easy to grow. And if you work out the value, think about all the kilos of apples, pears and plums every year, you could be saving hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
And those fruits that you do buy from the supermarket, you don't know how long they've been sat on, say, the M25, you know, absorbing all the fumes and things in traffic jams.
And they're often a bit tasteless, aren't they? Now, if you do get 2 bigger crops, if you pick your pears before they're fully ripe, they'll stay in the refrigerator for a couple of months and still be good. Apples will store for a long time in things like newspaper. That's what my mum used to do as a child.
Can you freeze apples? And I don't know.
I've never frozen apples, but you must,
I guess if you made a crumble up, you could freeze that, because the sugar will help to preserve.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you could always do that. You could make things that you could make your jams. Oh. If you get a glut of fruit.
When I've got more time, I'll be doing all of those things.
Oh, how lovely. How lovely. I know, I always think about all the things that I would be doing. And they do say that when you retire, you become busier than you've ever been.
Yes.
Yeah, because you start to do all those things you wanted to do. Now, next, what we have for you is the Dahlia Cactus Mixed Tubers. You get 10 of them. Now, that's what they look like when they come to you, but then look at what they blossom into. It's like a firework.
It really is. Yeah, Dahlias, as tubers, they don't look the best, but what they produce is incredible. Now, you get 10 of them, all different colours. These are cactus dahlias. And that, I mean, look at them. I know.
It's like rhubarb and custard.
Oh, yes. You're making me really hungry now. But I love cactus dahlias. There's lots of different varieties and types, but I always think cactus dahlias, they're a bit more out. They look a bit more striking, they're a bit more out there, they're a bit more resistant to rain. If we get like a wet summer, they really hold up well to the rain, they make a great cut flower. But what I really adore with dahlias is they give big displays in their very first year. You're not waiting around. Every one of these tubers can produce a big, big dahlia plant. They can go to about 1 metre in terms of height, covered in flowers from kind of like the end of June all the way through to the very first frost. Those colours are amazing, aren't they?
I love them, and I love the dimension of the flowers. I love the way that they curl all the way around.
Yes, you're so right.
A bit like when you curl your tongue. They're just curled around, and They're almost flame-like, aren't they?
They are.
Especially the previous one.
Oh, so many lovely colours and varieties.
They're fascinating to look at.
Yeah, I run a garden club, as I've mentioned a few times, and we had a dahlia expert. Well, I say an expert, he's a local man that grows 150 different types of dahlias every year. And I went to see them en masse, and they were just incredible.
I love hearing about your life outside of QVC, because it sort of makes me think of the Archers or something like that. It's just like lovely village life.
It is like that.
A real community, people getting together to enthuse about plants and gardens.
I'm very lucky.
So nice.
And so I love the garden club that I run. In fact, Michael Perry came to speak a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Yes.
that's lovely.
And it was very good. Everyone loved him. But this is what the dahlias look like. So look, let's be honest, they do not look like the most attractive thing. They really don't. But they become beautiful. All you need to do is plant them. You can see that's where the stem was from last year, so that needs to be just a few inches beneath the ground. These are great in pots, great in borders. And really, all you need is a nice sunny position, well-drained soil. That is important. Most bulbs, tubers, they hate being sort of like waterlogged, so good drainage. And keep them protected from frost. You don't have to plant them straight away, but keep them protected from frost. And they will produce hundreds of flowers over the summer between the plants.
They are gorgeous,
They are,
aren't
and
they?
they're easy, and the flowers are big and beautiful. They make a great cut flower as well. But I always think dahlias, that they give a massive show for very little effort.
Oh, so much impact. Look at the colours. $22.95, and you get 10 of them. God, they're absolutely gorgeous. $22.95 and 5 easy pays there of £4.59. Only up till midnight, though, with the easy pays, and any event pricing that you're seeing, that's just till midnight too. Now, we do want to remind you of what we saw earlier. So let's have a look. This is the compost with the fertiliser. So this is the premium professional compost, and that's 110 litres. So this is your biggest package of fertiliser.
It is. We have never, ever done 110 litres, especially for this event. You also get 100 grams of our premium fertiliser. That will make 100 litres of that. But this is our professional compost that we grow everything on the nursery in. I'm not being funny, Catherine. If there was a better compost, we'd be using it.
I love that.
It's
I
true,
love that.
isn't it?
That says it all to me. So if you want to get that, remember you can multi-buy as well, because it comes in a big box that you can stack. Now, we also want to remind you of these gorgeous jumbo flowered fuchsias, and you get 12 of them for $19.80. And just look at the abundance of flowers you get.
And the size.
Yes.
I mean, they are huge, huge fuchsias. 4 different varieties. You've got Swingtime, you've got Voodoo in there, you've got the deep purple, you've got Bella Rosella as well. But they are massive compared to regular fuchsias, and everyone notices them. Everyone thinks that you're the best fuchsia grower ever when they see those, Catherine.
And these ones will be coming out to you the week commencing the 16th of March. 739005. I heard my director say, it's nice when you see signs of life. I thought he was talking about me because I nodded my head. But I realise he means like when spring and summer come along and you see the signs of life in your garden. That's lovely. I thought he was being cheeky to me. Now, look at this. This is the Yew Garden Patio Tree Peach Crimson Bonfire Bare Root. Right, that's emptied my lungs. That's a good description. I'll let you tell us.
But this is showing little signs of life, isn't it? Look at all the buds on here.
Yeah.
So this, I think we've saved one of the very, very best towards the end of the show, because this is an incredible peach tree. Fully winter hardy, so yes, you can grow this in the UK. Arrives as a bare root, so that's what it looks like. And I mean, the quality is really good. You can see here, really strong branches, covered in buds. Like the fruit trees, give it a good drink overnight, then get it planted. I've popped it in one of these heavy-duty pots. Now, I never guarantee fruit in the first year, but we did have this on QVC last year, and we did get so many photos coming in on the shows, particularly on the Style Channel. People say, I've got my first peaches, I've got the first, you know. So you may well get some fruit in the first year. It will blossom around about end of April, May. You get beautiful blossom that then can turn into the peaches. But also, Catherine, the foliage on this one, look at it, it's amazing.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I know,
it's striking.
It's really striking. Yeah. So, for a fruit tree, I think it is one of the best looking fruit trees I've ever seen. Blossom like that, leaves that are divine, and peaches as well. Now, I do have a few little tips, Catherine, in terms of how to get the best out of this. It is winter hardy, it is self-fertile, but to get the biggest yields, get a little artist brush when it's in blossom and just dab around to spread the pollen. Okay. Although it's winter hardy, it doesn't like frost on the blossom. That will really sort of like take the yield down. So when it's in blossom, if there's any frost, give it a bit of protection. And also the canopy, as we call it, all the lovely, say, top of the plant, doesn't like to get too wet. That can cause things like leaf curl. So if you ever got sort of leaves that are a little bit brown and curled, it's probably what we call leaf curl. There are some solutions you can buy to help get rid of that.
Lovely.
But it's when the top gets too wet and too damp.
Okay, well, I'll have to let you know, this comes out to you within 7 to 10 working days. And currently, 2 people per second are confirming their orders on this. Make sure you confirm your order.
Well, I've got to say, it is for anybody that wants to grow fruit but wants it to look really attractive. You know, not everyone loves the idea of fruit and veg in the garden. You know, if you've got a really sort of like pretty garden...
I do. I think it's really nice. I think it's lovely.
I do, but
Yeah.
this is just beautiful on every single level. Gorgeous.
What size of peaches, sorry?
Just regular, yeah. Peaches full size.
non-sizes,
Yeah.
Without having to have space for a huge tree.
No, it's just a really compact version. And when you see the peaches with those stunning leaves, we do another peach tree, which is nice, but this is my favourite because of the leaves. It's actually really dramatic to see the kind of dark burgundy brown leaves with the peaches. It's beautiful, it really is.
And imagine like peaches and strawberry and maybe meringue nests with cream, all the different things that you can do with them when you've got friends round and stuff. And you can say, these are actually from the garden.
I mean, to think you can grow peaches in the UK. Yeah. And I'd say I do remember quite a few people, QVC customers, sending in pictures of their peach tree last year, and they were just so excited by it.
Oh, you're going to feel so
favourites.
proud of yourself when you get these peaches, but they're easy to grow in the UK. It has been delightful as always.
It's been wonderful, thank you, Catherine.
I think one day we should do a show direct from the pub garden, though. I think we should petition for that.
I'm up for it, definitely.
Brilliant. We need to speak to someone. We're going to go and speak to someone. We're going to leave you with Alison Young, and she has got some massive deals for you, not least of all our today's special value from Laura Geller. I'll see you.
Well, today's special value, super sizes of the month from age